Vibrio by Donovan Farrell, microbiology professor Hugo Alicon. So Vibrio is a capsule-shaped bacteria. Here it shows the nucleus with the DNA, the cytoplasma, the plasmid, the pila, and the bacterial phylum, along with the cell wall. Cholera usually is something that you have ingested, so it causes abdominal pain and usually discomfort, causes a lot of watery diarrhea. Some modes and ways that this is transported is through bad waters or bad hygiene inside the waters, and that create the bacteria to grow within species inside the water. And if not properly cooked or treated, this can cause us humans to give them it can cause a good breeding ground for this bacteria to grow. Here goes a simple breakdown of just how it goes, of how this bacteria is transported through usually feces or just bad water hygiene, and it goes into different molecules as such as fish or other predators that might be lurking in the waters. Vibrio coli is an active stimulator GS protein, which then releases the sodium and waters, which can create the massive diarrhea and also can cause a lot of leg cramps. If gone untreated, it can also lead to shock from dehydration and can be very fatal if left untreated. Here goes another breakdown showing how when it goes into the body, how the toxins attack the inside of the colon, releasing the water, the H2O, and also the salt needed to stay hydrated against this bacteria. So here goes a simple breakdown of the aquatic reservoir, the oral indigestion, the small intestines, and then out comes the diarrhea as a result of digesting this bacteria. It usually takes about 2 to 5 days for it to go through the system. 75% of people don't even have any real symptoms. This is why it doesn't usually come from human to human. It's usually from human contact of eating or killing something. It can successfully be treated as long as caught. I got up to at least 1,000 deaths per year from this disease, but this bacteria doesn't really form in the United States. This is usually most common in places like Africa or Asia, places where there's no real restrictions or they don't pay attention to the water hygienes. So Vibrio coli is also a gram negative. As you can see, it has a comma shaped. Its natural habitat is back shores and salt water. And the way that this is ingested, as I said earlier, is usually through the respiratory system. The ways we can see this bacteria is used through a dark field microscope. It helps show the wall of the bacteria. The use of the dark field microscope is more useful in examining external details such as outlines, edges, grains, and boundaries of the surface and the internal structure. And seeing that the Vibrio coli has a more comma shaped and also is encased in a shell, This microscope makes it easier to determine.